Hi students, today we're going to talk about how to find the distance between 2 points using Pythagorean Theorem. First, Pythagorean Theorem, still a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Make sure you always identify the c first. That is directly from the right angle hypotenuse, which is c. So let's start with an example. Since we're talking about distance of 2 points, we're going to use a coordinate system. So first example, the first point is 4, 9, which is right 4, then up 9 is right here. Second point is 9, 10. So 9, 10 right there. If you're in the graph, you can start finding your A, B, and C. Let's first connect these 2 points. Then we're going to use the grid to actually form a right triangle. And I'm going to call that my A, that my B, that my C. Because this is the right angle right here, and it's facing my C. And that's what I'm trying to solve. A is 1 grid. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My equation is right here. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. I know my A, which is 1, so 1 squared. I know my B, which is 5, so 5 squared. And that whole thing equals to c squared. So 1 squared is 1, 5 squared is 25. Add together, that's 26. So 26 equals c squared. And again, as soon as you see the square, it's time to do the opposite, which is square root. So square root on both sides. And after I type it in my calculator, I got 5.10. And that is the distance. Number 2. First point, 0, 1, which is right here. Second point, 10, 8, which is right there. I'm going to connect them and form my right triangle using the grid. My right angle is right here, which means this has to be my C, and that's what I'm solving for. I do have my A, and I do have my B. So my A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My B is from 0 to 10, so 10. Equation is right here. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. My A is 7, so 7 squared. My B is 10, so 10 squared equals C squared. And 7 squared is 49. 10 squared is 100. So together that's 149 equals C squared. Again, as soon as you see the square, we're going to square root both sides. So my C, after I type in my calculator, would be 12.21. And in case you didn't notice, both examples, I'm solving for the C. So when you find the distance, you're always finding the hypotenuse, which is our C. Now example 3. Here's an example that we actually don't have a graph, but that doesn't change anything. So if I look at this one, the previous example, I did say my A is 7. So I want you to look at the 1 and the 8. The difference between these two, that is my A, which is 7. And for the x, we have 0 and 10. The distance between them, that's my B, which is 10. So basically, we're just finding the difference between the x and the y. So I'm going to say my A is, doesn't quite matter which one is which. So I'm just going to do 4 minus negative 2. Just use the bigger one minus smaller one. That will give us a 6. And my B is 7 minus 6, which is 1. Equation doesn't change. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. My A is 6, so 6 squared. B is 1, so 1 squared. That equals C squared. 6 squared is 36, 1 squared is just 1, so 37 equals C squared. I see a square, so I'm going to square root both sides. After I type in my calculator, that is going to be 6.08. And we're done. Last example. First, x. That can give us our a. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Then our b. 5 minus 3, which is 2. Just always use the bigger one minus smaller one, because we're trying to calculate the distance. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now we can plug it in. Our a is 1, so 1 squared. Our b is 2, so 2 squared equals c squared. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. They add up to a 5, so 5 equals c squared. Now we see the square again. We are going to square root both sides. After I put in my calculator, that gives me 2.24. And we're done. Thank you.